What's going on, guys? This is Dynasty here. Welcome back to another MLB 18 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. Today we're going to be starting a new series in Diamond Dynasty talking about some budget cards. Now you guys know I am team no money spent, so I thought it'd be wise to go over some cards that are cheap for you guys to do if you are also team no money spent, or you don't want to spend a lot of money in the game, or you just want to figure out what are some cards that are really worth their either budget in terms of price of stubs or price in regards to time. So I will include cards that I will consider on a budget, which is roughly equivalent to a couple thousand stubs. Now when I say that, it's either a couple thousand stubs in just going out and buying the card, or of just using like souvenirs or exchanging live series cards to get it, or in regards to time. I probably will never include any Conquest Extreme cards in this budget series. Even though it doesn't cost you any stubs to get the card, it takes a lot of time, a lot of resources of just time and having a pretty good team to win on Legend and Conquest. So I'm not including that. I will only include cards that are easy to get or cheap to buy or cheap to make. So let's get into it, guys. We're doing catchers today. Let's get into it with number 5. Here we go, guys. At number 5, we have Mike Zunino from the Seattle Mariners Live Series card, and the reason why I included him is power. This is MLB 18 is the year of power hitters. You want power hitters on your team. And Zunino has a good amount of power, 78 and 88. Not much contact. His vision's poor, so that PCI is small. But if you can square it up, if you can get that PCI to where the ball is, and you can hit if you can hit home runs, he's not a bad option. He's about 300, 350 stubs, very cheap. Not the best fielder, not the best arm, pretty mediocre at those. But if you want some cheap power, he's not a bad option. And for me, he comes in at number 5. At number 4, we have Yadier Molina silver card. Now, before we go any further, guys, I would like you to drop a like on the video if this does help you out, and subscribe if you're new, and also meet me in the comments. If I don't include anyone that you think is a budget, I want to hear who you guys missed out. So in case other people want to see other options, there's some down in the comments. But with Molina, this card is actually free to get. It doesn't cost you any stubs. It doesn't cost you any time. Go to the team epics for the Cardinals if you haven't already, and he's automatically there to be redeemed. 78 overall. The guy is a pretty darn solid hitter. 70 and 60 contact, 84 vision, so that PCI is going to be large. The reason why I included him, one reason is free. The second reason is his fielding. 80 fielding, 85 arm, 85 block. He can throw guys out. If you're worried about people running on you, substitute Molina in there. It doesn't cost you anything. Now, I do have the Diamond Molina from Conquest Extreme. That card's really good. I think he has 98 arm or something crazy like that. This isn't as good, obviously, but it's a budget. So this is a budget version of the Molina. 80, like I mentioned, 85 arm. That's the biggest thing I like about him. And he hits pretty darn well. Like, nothing crazy. He's not going to be hitting like 350 for you, but with the vision, with the contact, his PCI is pretty large. Not much power. That is definitely an issue, but a good defensive catcher, and because of that, he comes in at number 4. At number 3, we have Gattis. Now, this is the flashback. There is a live series card, but I'm not including that because the flashback is better. Now, to get this, you have to get the Braves at 25% on the team epic. To do that, you basically will need to beat their interleague rival on rookie on a play versus CPU. Very easy. Takes about a half hour, but you can do whatever while you're doing it. You then will have to exchange some live series Braves cards. If you have literally none, that won't cost you that much, maybe a couple hundred stubs to get that. You have to exchange some souvenirs, and then you will have to do some missions with their free card. You do all. I don't even think you have to do all that. I think you have to do all but one of those. You get this Gattis. So pretty darn easy to do if you haven't already. Get yourself this Gattis. Now, the reason why I like him, like I mentioned with Zunino, it's the year of the power hitters. He has 80 power versus left, 72 versus right. He also has good secondary positions, and I'll get to this in a little bit later in this video, guys. That is great value because you may not need a backup first baseman because you have Gattis, and you're like, Nasty is a 76 silver. Gattis is a glitch. He's always a glitch in MLB Diamond Dynasty. I don't know why his stance works with me. The ball jumps off his bat. Maybe he has no quirks. I don't know why. I've always raked with Gattis every year. They've had Diamond Dynasty. I always get his cards. He's usually on the bench on my team. Not usually a starter, unless it's very early on the year. I'm rocking like a budget or like in Battle Royale, something like that, or an event. But he has 80 and 72 power. His arm is 75, so it's not terrible. It's pretty solid. Now, you're not going to be throwing out Billy Hamilton or like Lou Brock on the bases with him. But if a guy thinks he can just run on you because you have Gattis, his arm's not terrible and you can throw him out. And like I mentioned, he can play left, right, center, or catcher, and first base. So he has good flexibility with the power. Because of that, it's pretty easy to do. Comes in at number 3 on the list. At number 2, we have Gold Gary Carter. Now, he's pretty early on in his career arc. I have the Diamond Gary Carter, and that card's really, really good. He's probably my favorite catcher I've used this year. But like I mentioned, that's pretty expensive to do. Probably costs like 20 to 30,000 stubs and a lot of time to do it. That's obviously outside our budget. Now, for a guy for a couple thousand stubs, you can do him. You can get this Carter for that. This Carter has a good arm at 84. He has good fielding at 75. He can play catcher, first, third, left, and right field. He has good power, especially first left at 75 and 62. Good contact. He has good vision. He has an open stance, which I think helps. I hit well with him. He has quirks of 20/20 vision and vacuum, so really misses the ball when he's swinging, and he's great at blocking pitches in the dirt. So if you want those splitters in the dirt, sliders down the way, he's going to do a good job of blocking that, and he has 80 blocking. Now, he is slow, but these are catchers. I mean, you're not going to find many catchers with great speed. That's not really something you look for. But in regards to defense and hitting and flexibility, he's probably number 1, but he is passed by one other card, and let's get into him at number 1 now. Number 1, Francisco Mejia. Now he has a program or a mission just under the catchers, and you can get him very easily. It's like you have to exchange some live series catchers. I think you have to add a couple of souvenirs for the Indians and do some stats with catchers. It was really easy to do. I got him in like maybe an hour, and it didn't cost many stubs. And you get yourself a diamond catcher. So I don't want to call him free. If you've been playing the game for a while and you probably have a lot of that stuff, it's basically free, and it's really darn easy to do, and you get yourself a really good catcher. Now, he can play catcher, he can play third, he can play left. I don't know why he can't play right. He has a good arm. He has the best arm out of anyone we've shown here, 86 on that arm, which normally is not an overly important statistic, except at catchers and probably third and right fielders, which is why it's weird that he plays left. But the arm is great. He can throw guys out. He has good contact. He has good vision. That PCI is going to be large. He's a switch hitter, which is good. You don't have to worry about them bringing in like an Andrew Miller or someone like that and just throwing sliders down away when he's left-handed. He's batting right-handed. Good power versus left. Solid versus right. All in all, he's a great card. His quirks is a hitting machine, so he excels at getting base hits. So that's nice. Only one quirk you wish there'd be more for a diamond, but for basically being borderline free, it's a damn good card. I really liked him. I have a lot of good catchers on my team. I mean, I have like the Diamond Carter, I have the Diamond Piazza, I have the Diamond Molina, I have this Diamond, and he's up there. Like, I've thought about putting him in the lineup. Now, his overall's lower, but he's a really good card, guys. Don't sleep on him if you haven't used him already. Now, I know some of you guys will probably mention in the comments for this budget video of Gary Sanchez, because he's probably one of the best catchers in the game, but he does cost about 11,000 stubs. And like I mentioned, for the budget for me, now budget is subjective. It's a subjective term because if you have every card in the game, Gary Sanchez is budget for you. If you are a team no money spent or you have an average to above average team, and with stubs, Gary Sanchez is not budget. He's probably the best catcher in the game, which is crazy. He's just a gold card, but that dude mashes. I understand that, but for budget, I think he's outside of our range. So in regards to the players I have listed, I have Mejia at number 1. I would love to hear in the comments down below. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys do know when we go live every single day, at least once a day. And also, be on the lookout. We're going to do this for every single position on the diamond, including starters and relievers. So be on the lookout for those guys. I hope you did enjoy this video. I will talk to y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.